folks, we're back for the Tax Supervising and Conservation Commission. Very interesting meeting. In the last episode, we learned how Trimet was dealing with the riders with no destination, or as they call it, destinationless riders. And we heard a bunch of baloney about that. We're going to hook them up with community services. Yeah, sure, yep. There are no community services, just a bunch of poverty pimp organizations. No siree. Okay, let's see what they got for the next bullshit answers.
With what we were just talking about, safety and response, security, and so Trimet has handed over transit policing to Multnomah County and created a non-armed safety response team. I'm fascinated by that because I'm at PSU. We're also patrolling unarmed, and it's a new world for our safety and security people. We're learning a lot.
You're learning a lot.
And
they've got one team of 4 people for the whole Trimet system. So let's not get too excited. And I don't see any reports about them. I don't know anything about them. There's nothing available. I'm not doing any public records requests for this stuff. It's not my job to be the Trimet ombudsman. If nobody who's actually in Oregon or in Portland is interested in any of this, why should I be? I'm interested in watching about it, but I'm not gonna keep bugging them for all this stuff.
Transfer of duties enabled Trimet to increase the number of safety response team members that have been on buses and trains. And what has been your experience with the new model so far? How are you measuring success for this?
All right, good questions. Let's see what we get back.
This model moving forward.
Yeah. I'll take that one too. Yeah, we're really proud of our safety response team. We have 24 dedicated team members at the...
Okay, they have 24. Okay, so they got more than one team. There's 24 of them. Let's hear it. It's good.
This time, it started in September of last year, and they serve customers and riders from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Out on the system. We measure their performance related to contacts and service outreach referrals. They are contacting as a last month.
Contacts and service referral.
Between sort of 2,500 and 3,000 different contacts were established last month, and that number has increased.
Did he say 25,000 contacts?
Steadily since September. Part of that.
Did he say 25,000?
Out on the system. We measure their performance related to contacts and service outreach referrals. They are contacting as of last month between sort of 2,500 and 3,000 different contacts were established.
2,500. I suppose that's believable, but what happened to those 2,500?
Last month, and that
in a month, 2,500 in a month. Okay, 30 days in a month. What is that now? Let's figure it out. Okay, hold on. Let me just see. Keep going on.
Number has increased steadily since September. Part of that is because we've actually had to staff up and train those folks. There's a significant amount of training that goes into becoming a safety response team member.
That's 83 contacts a day. That's well, we're not hearing them on the bus side, so I'm assuming they're on the rail side. That's a lot of contacts. Okay, 83 a day. I haven't heard that much. I mean, I don't really listen to the Max radio, but I do get stuff from there, and I haven't heard anything about it. I heard a couple of calls regarding them.
But, we measure the success in those contacts and outreach, but we also measure it in, ridership system presence type numbers. People really like to see folks out there on the system engaging and present from a Trimet staff perspective. And these folks have an ability, they have a wide range of experience. We have folks that have, master's degrees in counseling. We have people with lived experience. We have just a really extraordinary team of individuals that are doing this work out there right now. And we feel like it's pretty innovative. We've shared it with other transit properties across the country who are also dealing with very...
Here we go again with, we're doing this nationally. Yes, yeah. Our model is so great, but we know that there's no model on the bus side. There's nothing. None of these people are on the bus side. All the people that are left in the ditch are left in the ditch. Okay, the ultimate failure of your transit system. People that are not clean are banned. Okay, we have like an India type society now, where if you're not clean enough, you don't get to ride your trains. Like the untouchables. We're in a society where you are banned from using tax-funded public transportation if your hygiene isn't adequate enough. And I can't believe this has happened here. I just can't believe it. It just shocks the hell out of me.
Similar issues in this space, and so this team has helped us to establish more presence and connect with folks, as we were talking about earlier. I'll say that this is coming at the same time that we are down in our ability to get transit police on the system, and it's difficult to hire security personnel, just like it's difficult to hire operators. So there's a shortage there as well. And so this is allowing us to establish more presence and activity on the system at the same time, which is a secondary benefit. But I think the timing is very good on this program. It matches a lot of similar programs like PSU and the city of Portland with their street response.
Yes, all of the government entities have some sort of crisis team, and my feeling about that is this is basically window dressing, because from my personal experience listening to Trimet, we're not hearing them. Okay, we're not hearing any of them on the bus side, none. One time I heard it. So now he said the team. So 24 people are on one team. So maybe it's just one team and they have different shifts. So I guess they have one team. It's made up of 24 people. They must work different shifts, whatever. And so one team for the whole Trimet service area is window dressing. It doesn't do anything. We know that just from the size of the service area. So it's window dressing.
Teams and everything else. I think we're approaching things differently together in this community. And
you see, it's all it's just whitewashing. Notice how there's like no criticism, none at all. It's all, they ask a question, they give some ridiculous answer like this, and there'll be no follow-up.
Armed security force, which is more focused on kind of root cause issues and discussions with folks and providing the right level of support with those folks, I think is the right approach.
Yeah,
that's the direction we're headed.
See, now that's why I could never do these jobs. I would never be able to get up at a table and talk this nonsense like this guy just did. This is why these people are in these jobs and making all this money, because they know how to talk, they know how to say a whole bunch and continue to say how great we are. And you know what I'm trying to say here? He gets up, he gives you a nice little speech. Yeah, okay, you have one team, it's 24 people, and the service area is huge. And so he didn't really say much of anything. Let's see.
Just to follow up.
A follow-up? Oh, my God.
Response in Portland. We just had the pilot. Hopefully that'll expand. Are you coordinating with them?
We are. We have some kind of discussions that are happening with those folks. We also have discussed, we just created our program in September, so some of this is in its infancy, but we've talked about how we can, even open up our space to some of their activity and cross-train and those types of things.
Bureaucracy, cross-train. We got to train them. They need specific skills. No, you just need somebody who can get the people out of the ditch. Okay, what are you talking about? You don't need a goddamn doctorate to do that. You got to get the people in the ditch and get them out of the ditch. Get them to somewhere where they can clean up, so they can ride your system that's excluded them. All right, that's what you need to do.
A lot of the activity that we are dealing with and approaching solutions to, it's a community-wide issue, and everybody's at the table trying to solve these issues.
All these bureaucrats, technocrats are at the table talking away and doing nothing. So they have one team. He hasn't given us any actual facts about it, like How many people did you help? What did you do with these people? Give us a, what do you say? There's 2,500 contacts a month. Well, let's hear about those. Where's the report for that? Now, if I was really an advocate for this and I was in Portland, I would be filing a public records request for that. Let's get the log for the community response team since September. They must have it. They must be keeping track of what they're doing, right? Obviously. I mean, they're not just running around out there.
You know, we operate a transit system through an area that's struggling right now, and so we want to try to reach out to local partners and external partners and help us do our mission. And
here we go with the partners and local partners, community partnerships.
Help our community. So
help our community.
It's a natural thing that we end up interacting a lot with other activity directed at the same root cause.
Yeah, sure.
So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. I don't know. What do you think of that one, Rippy? I smell bullshit. What about you, Rippy?